a team of researchers has been awarded funding from SWE25, the Swedish research vessel infrastructure for marine research, to launch a scientific expedition aboard the SWE25. This expedition, named SWE25, also Capo Bunts expedition, included 20 scientists from many Swedish universities and scientists from various nationalities. The project aims to produce new data from the water column and sediment archives of 5 Swedish fjords. Their objective is to characterize the biogeochemistry of these environments, identify the resident microorganisms, and determine how past and ongoing deoxygenation events have reshaped these fragile ecosystems.
Decline of oxygen concentration in marine system is a hot topic because it's enhanced by climate warming that is both triggering thermal stratification but also increasing of algal bloom that also conduce to less oxygen in water column. So about 8% of the ocean is actually with low oxygen condition, and we try to understand what has a consequence for future prediction of climate warming in this ecosystem.
Chosen for both their accessibility and scientific value, these fjords act as natural laboratories, capturing in their waters and sediments the fingerprints of climate change.
First of all, the Swedish fjords are actually a little bit understudied, with some exceptions. But a lot of the fjords here haven't really been studied a lot from the perspective of microbial ecology and biogeochemistry, like the different elemental cycles that microorganisms drive. So I think there's good merit in looking further into them. And it's also a part of the coastal environment that can change rapidly, both because of climate change but also because of anthropogenic impacts. So it's totally worth studying it, so we know a little bit how things might change in the future and how it might affect us.
To achieve this, the team will carry out a series of targeted samplings using specialized instruments aboard the research vessel to probe the water column and extract sediment cores from the seafloor.
So this research wouldn't be possible without research vessels like SWE and also the SWE25 environment, where we got the research funding to do this. We can do some experiments in the lab, but like very reduced biodiversity, but we really need to get those data from the marine environment in order to understand what's really happening in nature and how they're interacting in a natural setting.
After days of surveying the fjords, the team eventually identified a zone of hypoxia, a rare environment devoid of oxygen, and a critical target for their research.
It's actually good news for the ecosystem because we didn't get a lot of fjords with hypoxia and anoxia, so that means very low concentration of oxygen or no oxygen at all. But we have been actually lucky because in Ida Fjorden we have been able to actually find hypoxic layer that has interest for many research groups of this cruise.
Behind every water sample and sediment core lies the work of dozens of hands, all contributing to the same scientific quest.
And I think the coolest thing when we got on the boat was understanding how many diverse research fields there is on the boat. Like, it is truly a holistic expedition where people were doing sort of mercury stuff and trace metals and then protists and bacteria. So that has definitely been a super cool thing and also a great learning experience.
Groups were really working together, and they were like really collaborative between each other, helping each other, even like with stuff they don't know, but they just learn and help each other. And it was super like the environment and energy all around, it was super nice.
What happens next will not only shape future research, but also our understanding of how climate change is rewriting life beneath the surface. Because what these fjords reveal today could help guide how we protect tomorrow's oceans.